Hey everybody, welcome back to a North Texas Weather Center forecast, and today what we're going over is that severe weather potential for today across portions of western and northern North Texas, as well as southern Oklahoma. The main threats today will be damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour, hail up the size of potentially hen eggs to baseball size, and as well as potential for a tornado or two will exist later this afternoon and evening, and even overnight for those in North Texas. And let's get right into it. So as of right now, there is a slight risk for severe weather existing across southern and even eastern Oklahoma going to southwestern Oklahoma. This area saw a lot of rain and a lot of severe weather last night. They're going to have another shot at that later today. There's also a slight risk of severe weather across even southeastern New Mexico into most of western Texas as well. And again, this will be the main threat, basically being damaging winds, large hail, and also the tornado threat will exist today. Taking a quick look at that tornado threat for today, you can kind of see it's not a very large area, but there is definitely a chance that we see a tornado or two anywhere from, again, western Texas up into southwestern Oklahoma. This does include the Wichita Falls region, so those have to be on alert for, again, a low-end tornado threat for tonight. Now, even though we saw a low-end tornado threat yesterday, for example, across Oklahoma, it was only a 2% probability in very small areas, and it didn't even include a lot of areas, but there was like 5 or 6 tornadoes yesterday. So there's definitely a chance that we see tornadoes, but again, they're going to be weak, they're going to be brief. That's kind of what we're looking at in terms of today. Again, that hail potential for today, there is a hatched region out in far western Texas that does include the potential for baseball to maybe even tennis ball sized hail in this area. Otherwise, most of us will only see hailstone sizes up to the size of golf balls. I'm not expecting too much in terms of very large hail. Most of this will probably just be regular large hail that we typically see during even like the summertime. In some instances, we'll probably just see anywhere from like quarter up to golf ball size with a few of these storms. And again, the main threat, again, gonna be that to the northwest of North Texas. Here's a look at the timing for those in North Texas this afternoon. You can see 3 to 4 o'clock. We'll see some showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms develop this afternoon across areas like Plano, Dallas, Sherman. Eventually by 5 to 6 o'clock, we'll start to see those storms move up to the north. These are not expected to be severe, by the way. Eventually by 9 to 10 o'clock, we'll start to see even maybe another storm or two develop back out to the west. Eventually, a line of storms will start to move through areas like Oklahoma, and this will eventually push toward North Texas. Eventually by 5, 6 in the morning, those storms are moving through the Metroplex, and eventually they will move through all of DFW. And really, it looks like this threat for North Texas region will likely be during the tomorrow afternoon time frame. Quick look at Oklahoma as well. There are some storms ongoing there as of right now, and again, that line of storms is kind of pushing through those areas. Damaging winds may be possible with that, but other than that, more storms will develop later tonight in the Panhandle. That will eventually move into southwestern Oklahoma, bringing another flash flooding threat, as well as mainly damaging winds with an isolated tornado threat. Quick look at West Texas as well. For those that are out in this region, again, storms will fire up this afternoon, right between about 5 to 6 o'clock. Very large hail possible. You can see those whites representing potentially very large hail, again, up to baseball, tennis ball sized hail. Eventually 7 to 8 o'clock, these storms move out to the east, and they'll start to fizzle out as they push through areas like Abilene. But other than that, that's what we're looking at in terms of severe weather for tonight. This forecast is brought to you by Platinum Contracting, All Dents Repair, and Patriot Safe Rooms. By the way, I will probably go live tonight at some point. I'm not sure when, but it'll be sometime after about 8 or 9 o'clock. So it will not be early today. It will be sometime later tonight. So just kind of keep that in mind